give it up, put our hands together with a huge round of applause. Welcome on stage Sara Ali Khan, Pankaj Tripathi, Vijay Varma, Karisma Kapoor, Sanjay Kapoor, Tiska Chopra, and Suhail Nair. I request all of you to please join us on stage. Welcome. I hope we're done with Spot the Seat. Congratulations. सबसे पहले बहुत मुबारक. Murder Mubarak. We loved it and we already booked. Can't wait 10 days to go, but we still want to know all of it right now. But I'm going to get you guys to spill a little bit of beans here. Before we open the floor for media Q&A, मेरे थोड़े सवाल हैं जो मैं आप सबसे पूछना चाहता हूँ. And congratulations to you as well. I hope I'm visible. Yeah. So a couple of questions to all of you. Dinesh sir, starting with you. And considering your successful, super successful partnership with Netflix in the past, with just as you mentioned, with Chor Nikal Ke Bhaga being a breakout film last year, 2023, how was it returning to Netflix with Murder Mubarak this time? And Mubarak on that?
I think it's the perfect, next partnership with Netflix because I feel, the world of the club culture actually, how the film happened, we should start with. Anuja isn't here. She wrote a really, really amazing book. Sharda sitting right there got it, converted with Ghazal, and Supro into a beautiful script. And then Homie happened to read the script and say that it's not nice at all, like he does every time when he reads any film. Then maybe on second reading, the coin drops with him and he's saying it's not that bad. It's happened to most of the films that I've worked. So I think what's special about Murder Mubarak was Anuja's book, this tremendous cast, Netflix being the ultimate destination, and Homie Adajania, who's I think probably the best murder mystery teller. He's only done one, but I remember when, the end of Being Cyrus, nobody could predict. So I think, like this entire event's about who the murderer is, looking at all these wonderful actors. I actually think it's Pankaj Tripathi, and he's just like confusing everybody. So I feel, there have been, murder mysteries have been very, very successful on Netflix. There haven't been that many from India. So this marks its first. The film has a very, very eclectic pseudo world represented by these amazing actors, and Pankaj ji is like all our vision. He comes from the outside, and it's got haves versus have-nots. It's got right versus wrong, and there's not been a combination of a murder mystery and comedy together before, and I think that is the strength of this film. So hopefully, Ruchika, no pressure. Let's not mess this up.
We're looking forward to what you've dished out, murder and comedy, thriller comedies. Thank you so much for giving us some of the best content always. Homie Adajania, I got that right.
Yeah, you got it.
I did get that right.
Did you say it the first time?
I did.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a very, very interesting ensemble. While visualizing the characters, did you particularly have each one of these in mind?
No, well, I didn't write the script, so I didn't visualize the characters. But when I got the script and we had our characters in place, yes, well, most of them. And then some of them, I actually, in fact, Lolo was my big surprise because I just totally forgotten. I've known her since we've been like we were in school together, but and I remember suddenly when someone mentioned her name and I said, I couldn't believe I had not thought about it. And she was absolutely sporting enough, came over and immediately agreed and just said, let's have a blast with it. That's it. And yeah, I mean, I have nothing else to say.
But how did you think
That's
of
where it
Vijay?
stops.
No, let me ask you. You didn't think of Vijay at all. He's sitting
Just
right
how
next
hard,
to you.
how hard is it to say that, yeah, I wanted these actors?
I did want most of them. No, actually, very honestly, I was extremely excited to work with Pankaj. I love him, I love his work. And for me, I make films for probably all the wrong reasons. But one very important reason is to have a fantastic life experience and create a great memory of it. And my takeaway from that was, I mean, all of them, but really Pankaj for me was, it was just, he's a, better than an actor, he's just a gem of a human being, and for me taking that home was, made me better for it.
We vouch that, sir. Thank you, thank you. And now let's get the aspect from Ruchika as well about the actors. Ruchika, we've not seen such a stellar ensemble cast in a thriller in a long, long time. What really went into getting these amazing actors on board?
You know, I think the pressure that you put on us with the success of Chor and Mimi and even Dasvi, actually, when we decided that we're going to tell the story together, we knew it had to be star-studded. We needed to be an ambitious ensemble. And I think each one here, from Tiska, Sara, Karisma, Sanjay, Vijay, Pankaj, Sohail, and even Dimple ma'am who's not here, I think each one brings such incredible energy and talent to the film that we at Netflix are just glad that we get to tell the most ambitious thriller story, the most ambitious whodunit, with a lot of homey adajania humor and madness. So we can't wait for the world to see this.
We look forward to it. Thank you so much. We can't wait for 15 months to go to do. Wishing you the best for this one. Sara, my question is for you next. And Mike, oh God, cool. Netflix is home to some of the biggest thrillers like Knives Out and more recently Jaane Jaan. How does it feel to be a part of one of the most ambitious, as she rightly said, and entertaining thrillers to come out of Netflix? और आपको क्या लगता है कि audiences इस film के बारे में सबसे अच्छा क्या लगेगा?
Ji, firstly, namaste again to everybody. Thank you so much for. Sorry. नमस्ते आप सबको, थैंक यू आप लोग आए. उम्मीद है आप लोगों को हमारा ट्रेलर अच्छा लगा होगा. और I just feel honestly privileged and thankful and grateful for the opportunity to work with Homie Sir in this film. I think that it's such a new kind of film. मैंने इस genre में काम नहीं किया है पहले और मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आया पता है काम करके. काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिला काम के बारे में, काम के अलावा भी, और इतने दिग्गज कलाकारों के साथ काम करके बस बहुत अच्छा लगा. तो आई थिंक gratitude is the answer to your question. And what's exciting about our film is मुझे लगता है that of course you know in any typical whodunit like you shouldn't be able to guess who the killer is, and that goes without saying. But उसके अलावा भी you know the process of finding out who the killer is, the world that Homie Sir invites you into, the world that Dino Sir is presenting to you, is just so wholesome, so funny, so interesting. It's such a new take कि मुझे लगता है इस दुनिया में बस सफ़र करना मज़ेदार होगा. उम्मीद तो यही है.
I was just waiting for you to continue so that you spill some beans because Pankaj has given me the responsibility of finding who the suspect is, right? So, who the killer is.
That is Pankaj Sir's responsibility. He's done it brilliantly. So he's just pretending like it's yours. It's really not. The job is done.
Thank you so much. And that let's get to Pankaj Sir only next. And Pankaj Sir, आपके साथ सबसे पहले Netflix पे आप छाए हुए. हमने सबने देखा लूडो, गुंजन सक्सेना, and of course Sacred Games. Now that you're coming back to Netflix with Murder Mubarak, आप अपने और Netflix के इस तालमेल के बारे में हमें क्या बताना चाहोगे?
बहुत अच्छा है तालमेल. रब ने बनाया मुझे तेरे लिए, नेटफ्लिक्स के लिए नहीं. अच्छा है. OTT ने दुनिया बड़ी कर दी है. अब हर अभिनेता के पास अच्छे मौके हैं, अच्छी कहानियां हैं, तो बढ़िया तालमेल है. बहुत अच्छा है. वो लूडो हो, गुंजन सक्सेना हो, और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं वहाँ पे. लोग काफ़ी देखते हैं, पसंद करते हैं. ये भी करेंगे. मैं अभी बता देता हूँ कि इस साल की सबसे ज़्यादा पसंद की जाने वाली फिल्म होने वाली है ये.
आपके दोनों दीवाने हैं ही. आपको मर्डर मुबारक और बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
आप सबको मुबारक हो मर्डर.
Thank you. Vijay, my next question is for you. कि if I can take the liberty to say, आप तो Netflix के darling हो. And each role of yours, you know, even the platform itself is so distinct, and you always surprise viewers with your roles, which has multiple layers, multiple shades in them. क्या आकाश डोगरा भी उन्हीं कदमों पर चलेंगे एंड विदाउट गिविंग अवे टू मच आप थोड़ा बताएंगे आपके कैरेक्टर के बारे में, हम क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं?
It was a little bit of break from the bad guys that I played. I would like to say that because although ये mystery है तो मैं पूरा reveal नहीं करूँगा. But आकाश डोगरा is a lawyer. प्रो बोनो केस लड़ता है, फ्री में वकालत करता है और उसका कहीं दिल टूटा है, तो अभी इतना ही पता है. और ये दिल्ली का जो क्लब है, he has a kind of a love-hate relationship with this club, and he wants to run away from it. So this is what I can tell right now.
पंकज
क्लब से आ गए, बहुत कमाल विचित्र सी जगह है, अद्भुत जगह है, फिल्म देखेंगे तो पता चलेगा.
इस अद्भुत से जगह के एक और किरदार से हम बात करते हैं. करिश्मा, माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू. एंड आपने हमेशा कहा है कि जब आप कोई भी किरदार करेंगे, द रोल शुड बी मोटिवेटिंग इनफ फॉर यू टू गो बैक टू वर्क. कैन यू टेल अस व्हाट वाज द पर्टिकुलर रीजन बिहाइंड सेइंग यस टू मर्डर मुबारक एंड व्हाट कैन द ऑडियंसेस एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम शहनाज नूरानी?
Well, good afternoon everyone. Firstly, trailer कैसा लगा? Genuinely. Okay, great. I think that's what the entire cast wants to hear. So I think, yes, as you all know, I'm very selective about what I do. So when Homie called me, and Homie is an old dear friend of mine, we went to school together, we've grown up together, and of course he's such a fantastic, quirky guy and maker.
But you forgot about you.
Yeah. So when I heard the script, the first reaction was like, oh my god, I have to be a part of this fantastically unusual film. So yes, I think you'll get to see a very different me in Shehnaz Nurani. And lots to expect, and I hope you all really enjoy the film as much as the trailer.
We look forward to a different avatar of yours and wishing you the best. Thank
And
you.
of course, I have to add this absolutely stellar, fantastic cast. It was a pleasure to work with everyone. From Dinu to Netflix to all these amazing actors. We had a blast and cherished memories, genuinely.
Thank you. We wish you the best. Thank you so much. So these are my next questions for you, and we give you the mic here. From love stories to Fame Game, coming on the Bollywood Wife Show, and now Murder Mubarak, each ensemble is more unique from the other. क्या प्रेप जाता है एक ensemble में काम करने के पीछे, especially जब कैमरा के सामने हर एक अलग-अलग मेथड, हर एक इंसान का अलग-अलग मेथड होता है to perform.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Exactly जैसे आप बोल रहे हो, ऐसा ensemble cast है. So when I got this opportunity, when Omi called me and narrated a part of the script and everything, when I heard about the cast, it's very rare कि आपको एक फिल्म में मौका मिलता है कि करिश्मा के अलावा मैंने किसी और के साथ पहले काम नहीं किया था. So I got the opportunity to work with Sara, Tiska, Sohail, Pankaj ji, Vijay, Dimple, who was my childhood crush. जब बॉबी बन रही थी, हम बहुत छोटे थे, राज अंकल के घर जाते थे, लगता था इतनी खूबसूरत कौन है, और अभी भी वो इतनी खूबसूरत है. Unfortunately, she's not here. So that was something very, very, very exciting. And to be part of this ensemble cast, especially to be directed by Omi, was absolutely wonderful. And like you said, you took the names of all the things what I've done for Netflix. मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ, Netflix को बोलता रहता हूँ, मुझे घर जवाई बना दे और घर पे ही रखे, काम करते रहूँगा मैं Netflix के लिए.
And you know, we were backstage and he stopped me.
मेरे 20 रुपए याद रखो.
Sir, 40 हैं, इसमें क्या है? हुकुम.
नहीं, वो मेरे रोल का एक है, मैं जहाँ जाता हूँ.
पैसे.
मेरा दिल बहुत बड़ा है, रणवजे का दिल बहुत बड़ा, 20-20 रुपए लोगों को बांटता रहता है.
इसलिए मैंने दिल के करीब अपने पास रखे हैं, अपने करीब रखे हैं.
थैंक यू. मिठाई बच्चों के लिए पर.
मेरा इंतजार रहेगा. Jiska, my next questions for you. Your performances. Often praised for their depth that it has, and how did you approach your character in this film, and what's one aspect or characteristic of Roshni Batra that particularly stayed with you, stuck with you?
Thank you, Sachin. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for crossing the ceiling for us, most of you. When I met Homie, he looked at me and he said, "Yeah, Tracy!" Have I met him before? I've never met him before. And he just gave me this big hug, and I was like, I'm losing my memory. I'm using the phone too much. You know, मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा है मैं इनको कहाँ मिली हूँ. But that's what it was like. You know, he has this way of making everything seem like easy, breezy. He lets you do your own thing. Very improvisational. Roshni Batra, I've never done a comedy to this level. And for me, that was really joyous. सबने मेरे को बहुत दुखियारी माताओं के रोल में देखा है और you know तुझे सब है पता है ना माँ etc etc. But so to see and to be this person who could do these bizarre things. And the thing with Homie is he doesn't say, you as an actor आप अपना shot देते हैं and then you look at him कि everybody looks at the director बहुत उम्मीद से कि कैसा किया मैंने, how was I, and he say I can't say the word for it but you would just say क्या तूने, and I would be like only Homie can say these things to you. It's hilarious. He's hilarious. And two other things to add to this. I've been a fan of the work that Maddock has been doing. I got my eye on them. And they were just the most fantastic producers. So enabling, so comforting. They had our back. We were there for a long 3 or 4 schedules in Delhi when we were shooting. They made it so comfortable. Thank you for that. And I'm finally on Netflix, so ta-da!
Congratulations on that, and I was trying to eavesdrop what's happening at home. I was trying to figure out, do I talk on that? But Iska, I think you're still in the, I like that you're in the character today, Delhi Royal Club character, because when you serve and I love the way you said it. So you're full.
She's a totally different kind of ma. She's got it going on, this ma. In this club, she's got it going on. She's not the ma that you saw earlier.
Oh, we got like the wife there. Wishing you the best. And Suhail, my question to you, Delhi ke Gabru Jawan.
Ji.
Did being from Delhi and your familiarity with the city made it easy for you to step into the character?
100%. मतलब जहाँ से मैं आता हूँ वहाँ की कहानी होगी और मेरे घर के बहुत पास था जहाँ पे हम लोग शूट कर रहे थे, तो उस एरिया में मैं बड़ा हूँ और ऐसे किरदार मैंने बहुत देखे हैं, तो थोड़ी आसानी हो जाती है. सही.
थोड़ा अपने कैरेक्टर के बारे में हम बताएंगे प्लीज.
तो यश बत्रा नाम है, वो लोग उसको गलत समझते हैं, भोला सा आदमी है, कभी कभी ड्रग्स कर लेता है तो लोग गलत समझते हैं बेचारे को. कई बार ऐसा होता है सचिन, कई चीजें जैसी दिखती हैं वैसी होती नहीं, पर कई बार जैसी दिखती है वैसी होती हैं. ये जानने के लिए आपको फिल्म देखनी पड़ेगी.
लोग सर डिसेप्टिव 15 मार्च को पता चलेगा हमें क्या है, कौन है खूनी. बट विशिंग यू ऑल द बेस्ट एंड विद दैट मेरे सवाल जवाब का कोटा खत्म हो चुका है. आई ओपन द फ्लोर फॉर मीडिया, बट बिफोर यू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन प्लीज रेज योर हैंड, आइडेंटिफाई योरसेल्फ, द पब्लिकेशन दैट यू बिलोंग टू और सवाल किससे पूछना चाहते हैं. दैट वे इट गेट्स इजियर फॉर अस टू एड्रेस द क्वेश्चन विद द राइट पर्सन. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट द वॉलंटियर्स टू प्लीज Smita.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah, my question is for Ruchika. Hi Ruchika. Trailer is awesome.
Next, if you raise your hand, the volunteers will help you with the mic. Hi.
Hello, here, center, at the center. Yeah. Shilpa here from Mayapuri magazine. My question is for Karisma. Hello Karisma ji. Karisma, as a seasoned actress, how do you navigate the nuances of character development in an OTT platform compared to traditional cinema? What aspect do you find most rewarding in this digital space?
So, to be very honest, I think in OTT things are much more realistic, much more prepared. Not that they aren't in films, but in OTT, you have a lot more readings and a lot more time given. And then there are two ways, because some are long platform, which is like a series, which is very different, but this was a film. But the interesting thing for me in Murder Mubarak was that this character, she is yes an actress and maybe a dream girl from suspense movies, but she's very real, she's very quirky and eccentric, but she's very human. And that's what I found really intriguing and different, because that was Homi's main thing, that yeah, she may be a bit OTT in her ways, but she is human. So I really liked that aspect from it. So you'll see a different me. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. Well, my next question is for Homi ji. जिस तरह से कहानियाँ आप बताते हैं जो ऑडियंस को हुक करके रखती है स्टार्ट टू एंड, तो क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे मर्डर मुबारक इस फिल्म के लिए नेटफ्लिक्स ही प्लेटफॉर्म क्यों अकॉर्डिंग टू यू?
I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice, sorry. No, because I didn't have a choice. It was a fantastic marriage. It's been, for a while I've been wanting to have that red N on one of my pieces of work, and now I finally got it. And what was your question?
Why Murder Mubarak on Netflix platform?
The collaboration.
It's the best collaboration you can have for something like this. They know how to package it, they know how to do everything good with it. So it's a no-brainer.
Hi, this is...
And that was Sara's mic drop because she appreciated what I just said.
Yeah, on the center, this is Sohail from Mission Bollywood. My question can be to any of the filmmaker, Dino ji, Homi, you could answer or Ruchika.
I'll answer.
I don't know, it would be very fair to ask this question, but then ये जो film है, suspense thriller है, मुझे याद दिलाती है 36 Chinatown की actually, and I would like to ask Karisma also, like Kareena was in the film. तो जब वो क्लब की कहानी बताते हैं तो वो फिल्म immediately it reflects. तो हम अब्बास मस्तान जी में who is known for his twist and turn and lots of he made such good films. So how were you very conscious about the thing that you don't people don't compare that thing and you try to be a little different also?
Well, I unfortunately haven't seen that film, so I don't know if I'm going to pull any references from that into this. What makes this film extremely unique is the fact that it's carved out of a book. So it's a piece of work that's already been written a while ago, and the script has been carved out of that. And I don't know about the film. I mean, I haven't seen the film we're talking about, but I'm not sure if any film has been done in a colonial gymkhana, which we have only a handful of in the country, where it's based. So that's the quirkiness is. It's actually it's quite a caustic look at the elite, but a subsect of the elite who are in these colonial clubs, living with a colonial hangover, where the politics of the club is more important to them than the politics of the country, where they live for each other's validation, and it's a very bizarre world. I mean, it's the rich have never looked so poor.
I'm not sure whether Kareena was in this movie. She was? Okay, I'm sorry, we have not watched it. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't watched this movie, so I can't really comment about that. But this movie is very different.
Okay, so I can assure you, and we've known each other for a while. This film has been written as a book. You're more than welcome to get the book. Anuja will get one more copy sold if you can read it. There's no similarity between any film. It's, I think, probably the most original murder mystery coming out of India. That's how original it is. You will not find a scene that's a copy from anywhere else. That I can assure you.
Hi, my
Well,
question
let's not judge the book by its cover. We get to see it on the 15th of March, and with that, we have time for one last question.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Aina, and my question is to Sara. So, Vampi Tony looks, like a very distinct character, and my question to you is, how different or similar is she to Sara that you feel like?
Well, I think that she's quite different to me. what do I say? No, honestly, I think that both me and Bambi, Todi, have been born in maybe a world of privilege. But I think the main difference is that I think Bambi is a bit oblivious of her privilege in a certain way. Like, she just expects it to be that way because she doesn't know any better. I think that I recognize the privilege that I come from. I also work with people, and I think I have a slightly more real upbringing to her. And as a result of which, I'm a little more maybe sensitive than she is. But I think she's also infinitely more stylish and glamorous than I am. And she's also a kleptomaniac, which you will find out. And I'm not, or at least I have to say I'm not. So those are the differences. Yeah, well, Sanjay sir thinks I steal all his food. But that aside, I think, yeah, that should hopefully answer your question.
My next question is for
Well,
Vijay.
that's all the time we have for the Q&A. One more? Yeah. Okay.
My question is for Vijay. I want to know that, a lot of people, it's no secret that you're Netflix darling. Have people come to you for advice that how should they navigate their career when it comes to OTT?
Sorry, I lost you.
Have people asked you for advice how to navigate and go about their career when it comes to OTT because, you're Netflix darling?
What advice do I have for others?
Have people come to you? Do people ask you for advice?
No, nobody asked me for advice. Nobody considers me wise
May
enough
I
to
answer this
give
question?
me advice.
अच्छा काम करो, एक्टिंग अच्छा करो, अच्छी एक्टिंग करो, सब सेट हो जाता है. Correct?
Thank you so
And
much.
work hard.
But there's so much.
Nayan can answer.
What's up? Okay, one last question. आपका Sara.
Thank you, first of all. My question is to Karisma. Recently, Dil To Pagal Hai was, re-released, and we have seen the craze that people have in the theaters still for you. And I think in the movie also you play a darling movie star. You are a darling movie star, and you will remain that. But there is one complaint that I'm thinking possibly all of us have is that you do very few projects. And today there's a different paradigm shift vis-a-vis actresses, especially because of the OTT revolution. People are getting a lot of good parts to play, and thanks to Netflix as well. Would we see you more now?
Well, that's many questions in one.
That's right.
No time. To be very honest, I do selective work out of choice. I like doing that. I like to be comfortable, and I like to say at my own pace. And that's the genuine truth. I think I'm lucky and thankful that I'm in a position or situation where I can say yes or no. Firstly, that answers. Hopefully, I will do more work, but depends on what I feel, genuinely. The other thing is, I don't know, I didn't play an actress in Dil To Pagal Hai. No, yeah. But yeah, here, see, for me today, I want to do interesting roles. Literally something which will make me leave home. I've been lucky enough that I've played many unusual characters over the years. So I really need to be motivated and excited to go to a set. So yeah, that's the thing, and thank you so much. I think Dil To Pagal Hai was ahead of its times, and I'm so glad the audience still enjoys that movie. It's a special one for me. Thank you.
She's a darling superstar, and you're a darling friend of ours from the media. So thank you for the question. And that's all for the end of the media Q&A from our media. But one last question, because there's so much quirk and so much musty happening right here. What is the funniest moment, if any one of you could share, any funny incident from the sets of Murder Mubarak? There's so much musty happening right here. So.
Well, honestly, I think for us behind the camera, watching our director and his performance was the best thing for me. Genuinely, like she said, just watching Homie and his swag.
सेट से ज़्यादा मज़ा आता था रात को पैकअप के बाद होमी के कमरे में. वो मतलब हम यादें बना रहे थे और साथ में फिल्म बन रही थी.
there's a lot of mic drop and basically it's true. It's true.
Lolo keeps dropping the mic.
Anybody else would like to add anything? Any funny incident?
डिम्पल मैम अपनी कुछ ज्वेलरी खरीद के लाती थी पुरानी दिल्ली से यार क्या पहनूंगी होमी ये देखिए लाई हूँ
The funniest was because it was an ensemble. कुछ ये जो मौजूद हैं यहाँ पर धुरंधर लोग, इनके अलावा डिम्पल मैम और भी कुछ 7-8 इम्पोर्टेंट की कैरेक्टर्स हैं इस फिल्म में, तो बहुत बड़ी कास्ट है और उनमें से सबको मॉनिटर देखना होता था। जैसे कट बोले सब पहुंच गए, मॉनिटर के पास में सांस लेने की जगह नहीं होती थी। भूमि यूज्ड टू सिट, बाल अपने खींच के, get out guys, no actor should come near the monitor. So this was something that he had to really, like, he had to have his guard on all the time.
I definitely think that.
Mike.
Who? Lolo ma'am. No, I definitely think that the गर्दी problem was a big problem क्योंकि होटल में भी ये problem हो गई थी क्योंकि एक बार जब मुझे पता चला कि दिल्ली में avocado toast बहुत अच्छा मिल रहा है तो मैंने सारे avocado शायद खा लिए तो संजय सर को मिला नहीं था तो I think the rush was a real problem on and off the set. Sorry Sanjay sir.
सारे avocado पूरे दिल्ली का avocado सारा मक्के की रोटी सरसों का साग और avocado अगर खत्म हो गया किचन में नहीं तो सारा के रूम में जाते थे वहां पे सारे पड़े होते थे। और जो आप बात कर रहे हो 8 एक्टर्स की वो जो हमारा एक पोस्टर है जो हम ऐसा देख रहे हैं वो मर्डर नहीं देख रहे हम एक्चुअली मॉनिटर देख रहे हैं।
Thank you so much for reliving the memories with the sets of Murder Mubarak. I request all of you to please step forward for a nice photo op and we look forward to the quirky and murky Murder Mubarak. 8 seconds.